Shalom, shalom. That look good though, don't it?
Shalom. Con. Look good.
That's good.
Con.
That's good. All
Shalom.
praises, man. Shalom, man.
Shalom.
Give a little
Yeah.
shutouts and everything. That's right. Little shutouts and everything.
Right.
Real quick. I sent that to Gun, so
Okay. Good.
we'll see what happens.
Con. All praise to the Most High Power. Yahweh Bashim Mashiach Yahweh Shai. You know. All praise to the Most High. We live, right?
We're live. All
Con.
praises to you. How about Shem Machak y'all shot, man?
Con. Hey, I'm Captain J. Who? This chief. You got it, King.
And I'm Chief Yamea, man.
Right. We are the trees of righteousness. We waiting on the other Akim. Will be with us. He'll be joining us shortly.
That's right.
But it's a pleasure to be here before our brethren. And it's a pleasure to just, be able to glorify the Most High Power, especially in a day like this. Especially in a time like this.
That's right, Con.
So if you haven't read the title, check it out. But we are doing this live primarily based on the fact that it is what you call the Feast of Dedication. We're gonna go into that a little bit, also known as Hanukkah. We're gonna go into explaining a little bit of that, and we're just gonna build with the brethren like we do, and just enjoy each other.
That's right, man. That's the whole purpose of this whole thing, man. Especially, this is a way to help our people understand how important it is that we make sure, man, that we're keeping these holy days, man. It's very important, man. Right?
That's right.
I'll pull a couple of. That's what Balak can try again. Hopefully, we get some. The one brother can join us, man. That's wanting to get in on here. I sent that link. Hopefully, join us, man.
Yeah.
We'll continue to carry this thing forth, man. Right?
Con.
Get me a precept ready.
Okay. Let me know. I'm gonna get a couple myself.
Real quick. All right. Me two of them real quick. Start at 15, 12 and 15. We go to Exodus 5 and 1. I'm gonna get 12 and 14 of Exodus.
You said Exodus 5 and 1?
Yeah.
I got you. Malak. Exodus chapter 5 and verse number 1. Let's see. This is the book of Exodus, chapter 5 and verse number 1. And afterward Moses and Aaron went in and told Pharaoh, thus saith the Lord thus saith the Lord, power of Israel, let my people go, that they may hold a feast unto me in the wilderness.
See, that's so important right there, man. That's why it's important that we understand that out of the Most High's own mouth, man, he said this is something we got to do, right? This ain't something that's supposed to be ignored or not participating in, because a lot of our people don't know this, though, man.
Right.
A lot of our people don't, right? They look at the holidays, the holy days that they got here, these holidays of Christmas and Thanksgiving and all that stuff, and they think that's the tradition of the Most High. They don't understand it's the tradition of man, because the Most High gave us something to command that we supposed to do, man. Right? And I just want to bring this next precept out, man. 12 and 14 on Exodus. Yeah, Exodus 12 and 14.
This is the book of Exodus, chapter 12 and verse number 14. And this day shall be unto you for a memorial, and you shall keep it a feast to the Lord throughout your generations. You shall keep it a feast by an ordinance forever.
See, the Lord said do it forever. This is something that we're supposed to be taught down to our generations, from generation, our children on down the line, man. Right? Okay. This ain't something that's supposed to be just forgotten about, right? The things you need to forget about is the tradition of man, man. Okay. Not the feast that we're supposed to be getting. So we have forgotten this right here. And that's why it's a good title, man. We've forgotten the feast today. We totally forgotten, right? So we got to have our shepherds to come back, man, to bring back, man, and implement this back into our lives, man, and teach us, man, so that we can please the Most High, man.
Con. That's right. And it's a reason why we don't understand and we don't know this part of this is actual history. You
That's
know,
right. That's
this
right.
is history. It's you know, to celebrate the Feast of Dedication. That is our history. Let me see. There we go. I'm gonna get this is the book of Salakia. This is the book of Nahum, chapter 1, and verse number 15. It says, "Behold, upon the mountains the feet of him that published good tidings, that published peace. O Judah, keep your solemn feasts, perform your vows, for the wicked shall no more pass through you. He is utterly cut off." You know,
Mm,
that's a prophetic one right there. You know, we're gonna be celebrating these feasts and stuff in the kingdom.
that's
Most High,
right.
you know, most High willing we make it to the kingdom. Even Yahweh Shah gave us a promise. He told the disciples at the Last Supper. He said, "Hey, this blood is the New Testament in my blood. This wine, right?" And he
That's
said,
right.
"I won't drink of the vine again until I drink it with you new in the kingdom." You know, so these high holy days are things that we got to keep up and we got to continue to do. You know, because we rehearsing the righteous acts.
That's
That,
right.
that, that,
That's
that leads
right.
me to
Kind.
my next one. Yeah, matter
Salaki,
of fact,
Salaki, King.
you got it.
Salaki, before you get that, hey, shalom to our brothers and stuff, man, that's joining the chat right now.
Shalom, God. Shalom, King. Shalom.
Shalom to LaBella joining us right now, right?
Shalom.
As the people coming in, just give some shout outs real quick, man, while we continue to bring out this truth, man.
Okay.
Right?
I'm gonna get
Wait.
Jeremiah chapter 16 and verse number 14. It says, "Therefore, behold, the days come, saith Yahweh, that it shall no more be said, the children liveth that brought up, the Lord liveth that brought up the children of Israel out of the land of Egypt, but the Lord liveth that brought up the children of Israel from the land of the north, and from all the lands where he had driven them." So that's just
Con.
saying, you know what I mean? We ain't even gonna be talking about, not that we're not gonna be celebrating Passover. I ain't saying that, but it's gonna be something that's gonna trump that. You know
That's
what I mean?
right.
It's gonna trump the Exodus from Egypt. You know what I mean? When the Most High bring us out of this captivity, we're gonna be celebrating that one too.
That's
You know what I
right.
mean? The
That's
new
right.
Passover is what it is gonna be that he's gonna implement. You
That's
know?
right. That's right. Con.
Yeah.
Right?
Come.
That's what a lot of people don't understand. A lot of people don't know, man. So
Yeah.
tonight it's a good thing that we able to come out, man, and join hand in hand with our brothers and sisters that's joining us right now, man. And we can
Right.
talk about this is what it's about right here, though, Cap, man.
Right.
It ain't about nothing else but us coming together, man, and doing what the Most High called us to do, man. Right?
That's right.
And waking our people up back to the most highest commandments, statutes, ordinances, man, that he called us to live by and go by, which is the feast, man. I go to Leviticus 23 and 37, man. Lay that one out real quick. It says, "These are the feasts of the Lord, which ye shall proclaim to be holy convulsions, to offer an offering made by fire unto the Lord, a burnt offering and a meat offering, a sacrifice and a drink offerings, everything upon this day." Everything's about upon these feasts of these holy days, man. Right? We got to make sure, man, that we understand this, man. This right here ain't something that we can just put aside and not be a part of, man. In order
Come.
for us to keep on going and knowing who we are and clinging on and hanging on to the truth, we got to have this right here implemented back into our life, natural, like going to work, going to school, right? Eating food, drinking water. This is what's got to be in us, man.
That's
Right?
right. That's right. That's right, Malak. And it's so important because even Yahweh Shah did it. Yahweh Shah celebrated the feast of dedication, and we're gonna read about it in the book of John, chapter 10 and verse 22.
Oh yeah.
It says, "And it was at Jerusalem, the feast of dedication, and it was winter. And Yahweh Shai walked in the temple in Solomon's porch," right?
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, Yahweh Shai, out wintertime, it ain't too cold for him to be out celebrating. You know what I mean? Some of us, once it passed fall a little bit and the temperature drop and the time change, hey, people in the house bundled up. They ain't even trying to congregate, you know, and associate themselves. But Yahweh Shah was out. You know what I mean? Dedication is winter, and he had the temple. You know what I mean? And it was they made a point to put that it was the feast of dedication. Now that's a feast that you don't read about in this regular Bible. You got a regular King James or whatever. You don't read about this feast in that in this book excuse me. But in order to get the understanding of the feast of dedication, you know, you have to have the Apocrypha.
You do. That's the only way you're gonna find out how you kept it and what it said. If you don't have the Apocrypha, how do you know, man?
That's how you know these Christians are against the Bible, and
Yeah.
they're really, you know, they're really not researchers. They're really not, you know,
Scholars. They not.
yeah, they not even they don't even have common sense. Like you can show them, oh, they say they reject the Apocrypha. It has no, you know, it's not canon, right? But then even in their own Bible, in the same Bible that they have, John 10 and 22 is there. And it tells you that Yahweh Shai celebrated the Feast of Dedication, which you have to go to the Apocrypha to get.
That's right. That's right.
So,
that's right.
You know, that's asinine. It's crazy. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Way Christianity will say it and everything, man, you know, as if they know this book, man, as if they follow this book, man.
Yeah.
Right? They don't have a clue what's going on, man. That's where the confusion always come in at, man. You can't find the Feast of Dedication nowhere in here other than what you just read on that precept, man. You have to go to the Apocrypha because the Apocrypha was in the Old Testament before they took it out, in between the Old and New when they took it out. So you need to get the Feast of Dedication. You have to go to the Apocrypha. You want to learn about the Greek captivity? You got to go to the Apocrypha. That's why everybody gets so confused, man, when they keep saying Paul went and said we said. If you don't got the Apocrypha, how you gonna understand this, man? Yeah. How you gonna understand the Feast of Dedication if you don't have it? You cannot, bro.
Yeah, that's just something that you got to bypass that.
Yeah,
I don't understand. Yeah, I don't even know how you could explain that away.
I'm gonna bring that one out too. You said Solomon, so I'm gonna bring out 1 Kings 8 and 65. And at that time, Solomon held a feast, and all Israel with him, a great congregation from the entering of the Hamath unto the river of Egypt before the Lord our God. You know, it's funny to me that never says the Lord of the world, all people, everyone. It always says the Lord of our God.
Yeah.
Right? 7 days in 7 days, even 14 days, man. Right? Name me one time, man, that Christianity ever thought about keeping the feast, any one of the holy days. Name one. Name one time that they ever keep the feast and tell you, man, this is how you're supposed to keep this, how you're supposed to be do, because it's a law or commandment from the Most High, man, that we got to do, right? You ain't never seen that in Christianity, man. Right? Their God is what they place that image for it to be, man. And Caesar Borgias, man, this white man, spread out everywhere, right? And telling us that that's the hey, follow these traditions of man, and you're gonna be okay, man. The Lord don't want us to follow no traditions of man, man. Where he say that at?
Right.
It's important, man, that we get back to this. This is spiritual food right here. This is the meat that you got to get off that bone, man, for our people, man. Just simply falling in order, man. Just coming in, man, and learning from the people that God placed. Because the Lord said in the last days, he said, I'm going to give you pastors as of my heart. Jeremiah 3 and 15. That's why we're here. We're not giving our hearts. We telling you what the Lord said, man. We got to keep these feast holy days, man. We got to keep these laws, statutes, and commandments, man. We got to learn to love our people, man. Right? And we got to learn to, hey, man, look, if I love you like I say I love you, man, I ain't going to do anything to hurt you, because if I hurt you, I'm hurting myself.
That's right. That's right. A child of the Most High. Yeah, and that's a good precept, what Ak was saying. We got to, yes, we are in the dark days. You know,
that's right.
We do have to, let me get that. This is the book of Judges, chapter 5, and verse number 11. It says, they that are delivered from the noise of the archers in the places of drawing water, there shall they rehearse the righteous acts of the Lord. We have to rehearse the righteous acts of the Lord.
Yeah.
This is a righteous act. I mean, when we get into the story of how our ancestors, our forefathers, Levites, you know, a family of Levites, and really they would have been considered vagabonds, you know, out in the wilderness. They got a team together of righteous brothers, and we fought off these armies. I mean, real legitimate armies of men that are trained to kill. You know what I mean? And we fought them off and defeated them. The damn Edomites. You know what I mean? We defeated them, and with the power of the Most High. You know,
That's
it's
right.
a reason to celebrate. You know what I mean?
That's right.
That's a reason to celebrate.
That's right.
Our forefathers, hey, risked their lives, and all of them gave their lives to the cause. But they, we recovered the temple, rededicated that thing, man. You know what I mean?
That's right.
The Most High gave us the ability to do that. Yes, we're gonna rehearse these righteous acts. Now
That's
that we're
right.
in our right mind, that's what we're gonna do.
And shalom to our sister that just joined in on us. You see, I got it on the screen cap.
Oh,
so it's a beautiful
sis.
thing. Shalom, sis.
Shalom, sis.
And what you just brought out on cap, our one brother here, man, Shamar brought that out, the righteous acts, right?
Shalom,
so we do got to, we right. We got to, man. But how can we, if we don't have the teachers, the shepherds that's supposed to teach us these things, man?
That's right.
That's why the Lord sent and putting them into place in these last days, man. Right? So it can go back and teach our people the righteous act of the Most High, man.
Right.
Right. I was dealing with a brother today, man, talking to him about the Lord, man. And I told him, he subscribed to the channel and everything, man. And I told the brother, hey, brother, have you ever, do you even know who you are? Because you can't say that you African American. It's nowhere in the Bible. It's funny to me that people say they believe in the Bible, but the Bible don't say America or China or any of that. It don't say African American or white man, Caucasian. It don't say that.
Right.
We need to find out, like I told the brother, who are we today? And we still descend from those people from before. And Ecclesiastes 4:16, like it says, man, we need to know who we are, man.
That's right.
It matters.
Definitely do. Definitely do.
Right? All praise to the Most High, man. Got Brother General about to make an appearance. You know he's gonna come with something hard, man. Getting himself together. He about to join us, man. There he is.
Shalom.
Shalom.
How y'all doing, Kings?
Hey,
we here.
Hey, shalom to everybody.
Shalom.
Shalom.
Yeah. Oh, and I didn't know that was Brother Shamar. Yeah. Okay, shalom, God.
Yeah, that's him. He got on everything, man, and this brother's been committed by, as well as several of them have been following and listening, and saying that it's been a blessing to them by us being able to come out, man, and teach this, man, right? Because how can they know if they don't have no one come to them, man? Right. And that's why the Lord have set everything up, man. We need to just be thankful for that, man, and give the Lord some praise for that, man.
All praises to the Most High.
All praises to the Most High, man.
All praise.
Come on, man. We could have been doing whatever we want, being anywhere else, and not able to touch anybody. We done touched over 300 and something folks, so that's a lot, man.
That's right. That's right. All praises.
With this truth, man. So give the Most High some praise and glory for that, man. As we continue on in this feast, man, that many blessings in it, and why we should celebrate it and not be ashamed of it, man. Right? Our people, man, because we got to open our eyes and see what's going on around the world. That was something I was wanting to touch on today, but Cap was like, I can't do it. I was like, you lucky, because I was going to show it, man, but
not the general. Yeah, that's a good.
Oh, you talking about
yeah, we get to it.
Yeah,
Save some content.
Go ahead. They got something to look forward to coming up.
Yeah. This is in a timely manner right here. And like you were saying, King, you know what I mean? Yeah, we should always, we are Judah. You know what I mean?
That's right.
So that means, let me get that. Genesis 49:8. Let me get that. You know what I mean? That's who we are.
That's right.
If anything, you know what I mean? Hey, we better know how to do that. The book of Genesis, chapter 49, and that ain't it. Slakia. Here's that one where precept where he was named. Let me get that. Salakia. Okay, so where am I? Salakia, King. This is the book of Salakia, Israel. This is the book of Genesis, chapter 29, and verse number 35. And she conceived again and bare a son, and she said, now I will praise Yahweh. Therefore, she called his name Yahuda or Judah and left bearing. You know what I mean? That's our forefather.
That's right.
That's right. You know what I mean? The so-called Negroes are the Jews. We are Judah, you know? And that's what we do. We supposed to praise. So if it's anything that we should know how to do is praise the Most High.
That's right.
You know?
That's right.
This is This is an event. This is a time to praise the Most High. You know, He inhabits the praises of His saints, and just to even put that in a thought, your memory, that the Most High, you know, was able to deliver us from the hands of our oppressors, man. You know what I mean? How much more in the latter days, you know?
That's
we
right.
Can be able to
That's
celebrate.
right.
Yeah,
that's right. Kind.
Yeah.
A little feedback off that from what we was talking about earlier about the righteous acts and everything, and how we talk about we were just talking about how you can only find the feast of dedication in the Apocrypha. I'm gonna read this from Baruch 1, and I'm gonna start at 14. And ye shall read this book, which we have sent unto you to make confession in the house of the Lord upon the feast in the Solomon days. Right? It's very important in order for us to have understanding and have some kind of acknowledgement of this book, man, that we got to read it. And then we got to apply it.
That's right.
Right? A lot of things, see, people think just because they got it, Cap, they can just read it and they got it. And you know, the followingness of it, man, is that when you talk to our people, the first thing that everyone says is, I know God, He's in my life. You notice when something bad happened, that's the only time everybody come together and pray as if He can hear them, and then they go eat, and then everybody go back to living, rebuttal, get rid of the John 9:31 from when it's the Lord said, I don't hear sinners, but instead they still believe we can continue our lives, and then when something go wrong, all we got to do is pray to Him, and He's going to answer.
And that's so crazy because when they say, yeah, He's in my life, but then something go wrong, they don't even account that to Him. They say the devil did that. God didn't do that. But they don't know that He on both sides of the spectrum.
That's right. That's right. See here. Our sister got one on here, man. Psalms 22, verse 3. But thou art holy, O thou that inhabitest the praise of Israel.
That's right.
That's right. That's right, man.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
All praise to the Most High.
All praises to the Most High, man. That's true, man. No. All praises, mankind. That's a beautiful precept, man. The Lord loved. Yeah. Hey, the throne was established by righteousness, man.
That's right.
I'm telling you, man. You know, and that's part of being righteousness, man. Keeping it, we got to celebrate, man. Be thankful, man, that the Most High chose us above all races on the face of the earth. You know, that bothers our people so much, man, when you tell them the Most High didn't create everybody to be equal. And it upsets them because they just like, wait a minute, man. That's not right. Man, how you going to tell the Creator what's right and what's wrong?
That's right.
He the biggest one on here, man, that told you, man, he the biggest racist there ever can be. Because when you make 18 nations and you choose only one to be superior of all race on the earth, what do you call that? Right? So Israel got to come back to their standards, man. They got to come back to their heritage, man, and understand, hey, man, the law was given to us, and these laws and statutes command. We got to keep them, man. We ready to get the hell up out of this captivity, bro. I can't take it no more, bro. I'm sorry. I ain't. Go ahead, General. I just can't take it no more, man.
Yeah. I was thinking that the other day. I was sitting off like, I was like, man, when can we get it together so we can get out this captivity? God. I'm like, do we not get tired of being oppressed and being downtrodden, looking at our neighborhoods, and it's like you got trash everywhere, you got gunfire, you got people dying left and right. Like you not sick of this?
It's like a broken record over and over and over. And that's why you got the prophets and stuff running out here on these corners and everything, reaching out to our people, trying to give them, hey man, once you come back and you wake up at 1:30, y'all gonna see that sky crack and see this dark brother, blacker than Wesley Snipes, man, that's gonna come, man. Hey, and lay it down and lay that thing down, man.
That's right.
Tired of going, you see, all you do is when you cut on TV, you see oppression that's happening to our people, right?
That's what I was going to say. I was going to say the same thing. Every time, you know what I mean? Every day it seemed like it's some type of, you know, discrimination. I seen the brother get locked up. He was changing the tire.
That's it.
Then put him in the handcuffs.
That's the one. That's the one.
Crazy.
That's the one.
Then it's, I'm sure somebody done got hung or somebody done got shot unjustly that ain't made it to mainstream media yet.
Yeah.
It's always something.
The sister that got hung, they still haven't cleared that and found that out. It's a cold case. They like, hey, it was a suicide. The sister, that young sister, man, like 20 years old. As if we climb up on trees, man, and hang ourselves, man.
Really?
Right.
And our people just to the point, man, like, and what's that precept, Cap, where it said, is that Romans 10 where he said, have the knowledge of the Most High? People have, they don't have the, no, they don't have the, let's pull that. Romans,
zeal for the Most High.
Zeal, that's it. Romans 10, I think it's Romans 10.
Not according to knowledge.
Yes, yeah. Because that's a big thing. That's what goes on now, man. You know, when you go talk to our people, the first thing they say is, no, man, like God loves everybody. They got to keep putting that in there. Even though we can pull precepts, proven fact. Matter of fact, hold on. Go ahead and read that one in general. Let me get this real quick.
Right.
Okay.
First John 4 and do 10 and do 19. Go ahead and read that one real quick, Cap.
The book of Romans, chapter 10, verse number 2. It says, for I bear them record that they have a zeal of Yahweh, but not according to knowledge.
You see that? Not according to knowledge. You can't get knowledge, man, if you don't read and fear the Most High. Where you going to get your knowledge and wisdom at? Go ahead, Fink. Go ahead.
Okay. Verse 3. For they being ignorant of Yahweh's righteousness and going about to establish their own righteousness, have not submitted themselves unto the righteousness of Yahweh.
And they don't know what the righteousness is of Yahweh. We need to get that in Deuteronomy 6 and 25. Let's show them what is the righteousness of the Most High real quick. Grab that for me, Cap, and then do that one precept for me, them two precepts I gave you, General. And let's just break this thing down, man, because somebody going to get edified. Somebody going to pick up the Bible one day, man, and see us break these verses down, man, in the spirit by the Most High and go, so I never saw that before, right? Okay. Watch this. Go ahead, Cap.
Okay. This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 6, verse number 25. And it shall be our righteousness if we observe to do all these commandments. Before the Lord our power.
All these commandments.
That's right.
All. That includes everything, man. The feast, the holy day, all of it. Right?
That's our righteousness.
That's our righteousness. Right? Go ahead and read that for me there, General, brother.
That was 1 John 4 and 9.
10.
4, 10, and then 19.
And 19, yeah.
Con. This is 1 John chapter 4 and verse 10. Herein is love. Not that we loved God, but that he loved us. Okay, can you spell that love? That's L-O-V-E-D. Let's remember that, because anything with a past tense, anything with ED on is past tense.
That's right.
Read that one more time. He said, because he loved, right? And then drop the 19 and give me 19.
Con, this is verse 10 from the top. Therein is love. Herein is love. Not that we loved God, but that he loved us and sent his son to be a propitiation for our sins.
And give me 19.
For we love Salakia. We love him because he loved us. Because he first loved us. Salakia.
Spell that love.
That is L-O-V-E followed by L-O-V-E-D. Loved us.
That's past tense.
John.
So who did he love in the past, man? So how do we get this? And it says the same thing in John 3:16. Loved, L-O-V-E-D. It's easy to go back to 2 Chronicles 9 and 8 and see who he loved. John, he doesn't change, man. Just imagine if our people would wake up and understand that we the people that he loved, man. Boy, he told you, it's already written. I love Jacob, but I've hated Esau.
That's
it can't change, bro.
That's right. That's right.
Go ahead, Cap.
Okay. I'm gonna get this one on Isaiah 49. Salakia. Let me get Isaiah 49 and verse number 6. It says, and he said, it is a light thing that you should be my servant to raise up the tribes of Jacob and to restore the preserved of Israel. I will also give you for a light to the Gentiles, that you may be my salvation unto the ends of the earth.
Right.
So the Most High, he's raising up us, like you said, the prophets. We hitting the street corners. We gathering people wherever we can get them. You know what I mean? But he said it's a light thing for him to gather us up, to get us together, to get together the preserved of Israel, That's our job.
That's our
What
job.
we're doing.
Right.
That's why we congregate on Thursdays via, internet and YouTube and all that. That's why we doing this.
That's right. That's right.
That's what he sent us out to do.
That's right.
To restore the preserved of Israel.
Right.
That's right.
We got about our Father's business.
Hey, I got a precept for that.
Huh.
Hey, that's Matthew 22:9. Go ye therefore into the highways, and as many as ye shall find, bid to the marriage.
That's right.
It's a beautiful precept.
Those are red letters right there.
That means it's a commandment, huh?
That's right.
He said bidding will come in. That's a beautiful precept, man, because that's exactly goes right along with what Cap was just now talking about when he brought that precept. That's why he sent us out here, man. Think about it, man. We got a lot of churches, a lot of colored churches, let me say that, down here in Knoxville, right? And it's to the Most High's heart, how it's so it's so merciful and gracefulness. He cares, man. So he got to send somebody to them and beg them to come back to me, because the way that you're going, you're not close to me, man, at all. Where do you see in the word itself that any of the prophets or any of them could disobey the Most High and get blessed by him? Where do we get that concept now that we don't got to keep his laws, but he still will bless us? I don't understand that. When he said, I will bless, say I'm gonna bless those, who bless you. I'm gonna curse those who curse. Somebody cursed us, man. Someone has. Someone's put their hands on the apple of his eye, man, and said, guess what? Y'all not Israel. And run with that. Because now when you talk to people today, man, don't no one call them. They trying to wipe the name Israel off the map. Like it don't even exist no more. Like no one was ever called Israel. And we don't even understand the significance of that thing, man. How beautiful that thing is to wake up every morning and know that you Israel, man. You from our forefathers, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, man. You got the promises, man. You got the adoption. You got the covenants. You got the events. You got all of it, man. And we don't even care about it, man. We still run out here and be the people that they trained us to be,
man. I got a precept. It's the book of Psalms, chapter 42, and verse number 4. It says, when I remember these things, I pour out my soul in me. For I had gone with the multitude. I went with them to the house of Yahweh with the voice of joy and praise, with a multitude that kept holy day. A multitude, it's going to be a lot of us that come back and we're going to keep them holy days. You know what I mean?
That's right.
But yeah. By them taking away our name and our heritage, they took away our hope. We couldn't even keep our feasts. What I mean? We celebrating their feasts. Right. And, you know what I mean? It's just, yeah.
Sure. Yeah, we just got through, well, not we, but, our people just got through celebrating Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
But they don't know nothing about this feast day.
At all.
No.
And it's mighty. It has a mighty beginning and a meaning behind it.
That's right. Hey, we talking about it 2,000 some odd years later. You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah. All praise to the Most High. Now we know, because those people over there, they call themselves Jew or Jewish, right? But we know good and well, them people wasn't fighting off armies. You know what I mean? We know they wasn't them that was fighting off armies and just a few men and keeping faith and not panicking and killing themselves and jumping off cliffs. You know what I mean? Because we can see what they do today. It wasn't them, that was us. Hey, you only need a few so-called black men to walk in a daggone club or party or somewhere and everything you get shut down. It don't take a lot of us.
Take a lot.
You know what I mean? And that's we ain't even back in our real estate yet.
Right,
so imagine when we was all keeping the commandments, you know what I mean, and righteous. We know what they make the business. This our holy day. You know what I mean?
Right.
Shalom to the daughter of Sarah for joining. Shalom.
Sis. Shalom.
And that's another thing too, Cap. You and a general brought out, man. I just want to bring that precept out real quick, man, about being lawful. Second Maccabees 6:6. Neither was it lawful for a man to keep the Sabbath days or the ancient feasts. or to profess himself to at all to be a Jew. Goes right on point, man. If you can get a people to forget about themselves, man, they can never raise up.
That's right. That's right. That's right. You would never even think to raise it, because you don't know.
You don't have a clue. So when you go out here and you tell your brothers and sisters and them, hey, you're gods on the earth, they're looking at you like you blasphemy. Like you say, what?
Yeah.
God, they don't understand the title, they don't understand what it means. Right?
Have
and
no
only
idea.
thing, when I was talking to the brother, man, bless his heart today, man, you know what I'm saying? I told him, with his pastor and everything, man, if we get some time to sit down, that's the thing that bothers the most, man, is to see that we have all these pastors and preachers and whatsoever. And now that this truth been coming out in the last days, I mean, it's been covering the whole earth, man, like a blanket. Right? And a lot of them getting defensive. Like back in the day, then it used to be like that, man. But this truth is coming out so hard, it's like a cover. It's starting to cover the earth now, man. You got a lot of Edomites coming up the camps now, man, talking about some, hey, man, y'all truly are Israel, bowing down, kissing the boot and stuff, man. But it's our own people. Like, man, what's going on? What are you doing? They ain't supposed to be doing that. If our people knew exactly who they was, man.
Yeah.
You know how fast this thing would turn around, man. We wouldn't even have to worry about tomorrow, man. We can stay in today. Right. Because tomorrow gonna bring all kind of sets of problems or whatsoever, man. But today, as for now, man, we find ourselves in this day, man. My goodness, man. All praises to the Most High, man. we can get the exit out of this thing quick as possible, man. If our people would just come back under the true submission of the Most High, man, and learn what His laws and holy days are, and start keeping them, so we can get out of here, man.
That's right.
And we got also too. Oh yeah, and that's something very important too, because a lot of people don't know that we still gonna be keeping these holy days up in the kingdom.
That's right.
That's what is that? Isaiah 60. Let me find that real quick while y'all go. I think it's 65. 60. Find that to show them, man. Even in when we get to the kingdom, because this is why we need to practice now. This is why we need to be rehearsing now the righteous acts and stuff. You're not gonna get to the kingdom of heaven, dude, and sit there and just chill, eat some candy or something, and just sit there. No, man, you got to know what you're doing, man. Right. Let me find that precept real quick, man. All praises to the Most High, man. I think it's 66. I think it's 23. Let me go over here and scan it real quick. All praises to the Most High, man. So this is Isaiah 66 and 23, and it should come to pass that from one new moon to another, and one Sabbath to another, shall all flesh come and worship me, saith the Lord. So this is something that we definitely gonna just keep doing, man, and doing and never stopping, man. So we got to get used to it now. We need to get used to it right now. We don't know. Yeah,
that's right.
That's a beautiful precept, sister. That's exactly right.
That's right.
That's right. Right for Matthew 6 and 34. Take therefore no thought for tomorrow. For the morrow shall take thought for the things of itself. Significant unto the day is evil thereof. So you don't know what tomorrow can hold. You remember those people that went and played bowling? They went and they was like, the dude walked in there and shot, I think it was 18 of them, killed them. They didn't know that was coming. So you don't know what tomorrow holds, man. You don't know the evil of it, right? And this is why it's very important, man, that we get our people, man, to run and don't tarry, but run to the Lord, man.
And that's the same thing as tying it into this feast day, man. When we go back and look at the story about the Maccabees, I mean, one day everything is cool, you know what I mean? They in the land, and the next thing you know, they who was it? A general? They sent a soldier or someone on behalf of the king to force the Jews to eat pork and to eat swine and to you know what I mean, defile the temple. And that's that's the day that all hell broke loose.
That's right.
Because, matter of fact, let me just get that, because that's when that's when the who was it? Mattathias. he goes and kills the dude. Let me get that. Let me get it. I know it sounds kind of crazy. Book of Maccabees, what is that? Second Maccabees. Salaki.
That just shows how important it is, even unto death, man. How we
Yeah.
got to keep this, even to life leave our body. Just keep this, man.
Yeah, you got to
Right.
keep what you can keep today because you don't know what's going to happen
We
today.
don't
tomorrow.
know. We don't
You
have
know,
a clue.
they-
We don't have a
brothers-
time clock.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Man. You know what I'm saying? When them spirits leave and they go to do what they supposed to do, they gonna return in what they done, man. They gonna say, "Hey, we went and did what you told us to go do, man." You know, a lot of people find it irritable and be like, "Nah, the Most High wouldn't sign off on that. He won't sign off on no drive-by. He won't sign off on what happened there at that store." You know, everybody want to run and cry to him and say when something tragedy happened. But can I ask you something? Why ain't anybody cried about the tragedy that happened over 500 years that's still happening, man? From the transatlantic slave trade, no one even knows this stuff, man. But you expect to make the world a better place by eliminating that part of history, as if the Most High don't notice that. He gonna look past all of that and say, "Let's have a nice Christmas. Let's have a nice Thanksgiving." Smile on your face. He gonna really?
Wow.
He's a balance.
That's right.
God, he is balanced. He
That's
not
right.
forgotten about that blood, man, that was shed, man.
Mhm.
And I still of our people keeping Christmas that's coming up, spending all this money, getting trees, getting lights, which it speaks in the Bible, the Most High is against. That is not a feast day. That's not a holy day. That's not.
Not
But
at
our
all.
people keep it and celebrate it. Every time you talk to them, I got to get ready to get my kids some presents and everything. I don't think they know the true history about Christmas though, man. Like a lot of them don't know it goes way back, right? And you know what? It'd be good to pull that out about Nimrod and everything and show our people, man. Because like I told the brother, man, we lack knowledge. Our people die, man, because we lack knowledge. We don't have enough. We don't study. We don't research, man. We don't learn and ask the Most High, man. Help us to be scholars about finding the truth in His Word, man, so that we can please Him by returning to Him.
That's right.
We return to Him, it's going to please Him, man. Go ahead, Cap. Bring your precept out.
Con, this is the book of First Maccabees, chapter 1 and verse number. We start at verse number 41. It says, "Moreover, King Antiochus wrote to his whole kingdom that all should be one people, and every one should leave his law. So all the heathen agreed according to the commandment of the king. Yea, many also of the Israelites consented to his religion and sacrificed unto idols and profaned the Sabbath." Those are coons and sellouts. They say, "Hey, forget about the Lord bringing us out of Egypt. Forget about wearing my beard. You know what I mean? Forget about all that. You know, forget about the Sabbath day. We're gonna do what they say do. You know what I mean?" And so verse 44 says, "For the king had sent letters by messengers unto Jerusalem and the cities of Judah, and that they should follow the strange laws of the land and forbid." What was that?
That's right. Hey, that's right on point.
All right.
That's right on point, following the things. And matter of fact, since you already in Maccabees, Cap, let's go ahead and do second Maccabees 6 and let's do 8 and 9 to go right along with that precept. To show them that we keeping the fashions, we keeping the sacrifices of his land and everything. These are things the Most High is against, man.
That's right.
Why would he be for something he already gave us something, man? He gave us the feast days and holy days and stuff, man. He ain't gonna make something new.
Oh, Salaki.
Go ahead, King.
Second Maccabees chapter, you said 6, verse 8 and 9.
Yeah.
"Moreover, there went out a decree to the neighbor cities of the heathen by the suggestion of Ptolemy against the Jews, that they should observe the same fashions and be partakers of their sacrifices.
Wow.
And whoso would not conform themselves to the manner of the Gentiles should be put to death. Then might a man have seen the present misery."
Wow.
So yeah, that goes right with it. That's just basically telling them how they forced us into being Gentiles. You know, so when Paul is going in the New Testament and he's talking to Gentiles, he's not talking to the normal Gentiles, they got their own thing. They chose to, yeah, they doing their thing that's what they do. But he's talking to people that can actually not be a Gentile if they, you know what I mean, if they really chose to. They have an option because they can keep the laws like they're supposed to in the first place and come back to their natural heritage.
That's right.
Right, God.
Sure could.
Verse 45, back in First Maccabees chapter 1 and verse 45. It says, and forbid burnt offerings and sacrifice and drink offerings in the temple, and that they should profane the Sabbaths and festival days, and pollute the sanctuary and holy people, right? Set up altars and groves and chapels of idols, and sacrifice swine's flesh and unclean beasts, that they should also leave their children uncircumcised and make their souls abominable with all manner of uncleanness and profanation, to the end they might forget the law and change all their ordinances, right? And this is the same thing. And whosoever would not do according to the commandment of the king, he said he should die. So, you know, we talking about the Maccabees. We're talking about the Feast of Dedications, and this is the situation that they were presented with. They woke up one day. Next thing you know, got Edomites in the city telling them, "Hey, this it's a new sheriff in town."
Wow.
You know what I mean?
Right.
This is what we're gonna do from now on. This is what's going on. Like it, or you know what I mean? If you like it or not, and if you don't like it, you're gonna die.
Wow.
You know what I mean?
Hey,
So,
that's the funny thing about it is they put their own holidays, their own sacrifices, as if the Most High wouldn't know about
right.
it. That's what's funny about it. Like he wouldn't know about it. He wouldn't put the Christmas tree in the Bible, and it's in the Bible how the Lord tell you not to. But people running out and get. And here's another thing too. The Lord said Esau came out red, right?
right.
They got a fat Santa Claus, and he wears a red suit. How contrary is that?
Hey,
I don't know
tell
how
on
people
this
can't.
stuff all the time.
They can't put it together, man. The men love blood, man.
On that, every time you see the devil, he all red too.
Exactly.
With the horns and stuff. You know what I mean? The same dude. Same dude. One of them got a bag, the other one got a trident.
They find it so. Go ahead, General.
Oh, I was just about to say, like they say, either you switch that around, Santa, that gets you Satan.
Right.
Yeah. That's true. That's true.
I'll show you what happened when we worship, when we trade in our holy day for their holidays. That show you what we get. The daggone devil in disguise.
In disguise.
And they slick about it. They slick about it. They let me bring it. Can I bring out this precept real quick?
You got it.
It goes into how slick they were. Like it's in the Maccabees, right before. It's a little bit up from where you were reading. It's First Maccabees chapter 1, and let's start at verse 29. And this is after the Alexander the Greek. He done died. He done made rulers, and now they're going out and they're trying to proclaim the land, their territory, right?
Right.
And then in verse 29, and after 2 years fully expired, the king sent his chief collector of tribute unto the cities of Judah, who came unto Jerusalem with a great multitude, and spake peaceable words unto them, but all was deceit.
Right.
For when they had given him credence, when anyone gave him rule like this, he fell suddenly upon the city and smote it very sore and destroyed much people of Israel.
God.
That's just what happened.
Yeah.
They come in with them sweet words, but it's all deceit. Hey, keep this holiday with us. You know, Christmas ain't gonna hurt nobody. You know, it's for the kids. It's for the kids.
Hey, and the enemy study us so much that they understand that we're so gullible. A lot of us are so gullible that if we hear them say a rap song or say something in slang words or something, we just accept them in.
And that's
Oh,
right.
he cool, man. Yeah, hey, he just said, you know what I mean, nigga. Or he just, you know what I mean,
Yeah,
he just put a
yeah.
little spin to it. He wear his hat
Right.
backwards. Oh, he got on
Wow.
some Yeezys. You know what I mean? He cool.
He cool. He one of
That's how.
us.
Hey,
Yeah.
he can come to the picnic.
Again. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. He comes to the. Yeah. Yeah. What is that? Uh. But war was in his heart.
Yeah. What is that? Is that Isaiah 50 or is that Psalms? What is that?
This
War
is
was in his
Psalms. I
heart.
thought it was.
Yeah.
Let's see.
That going. Um.
Yeah.
So and that's how the Dylan Roof got in South Carolina. That's how he got in there.
That's how he got in.
You know what I mean? Just say
Right.
something. Hey, God is good all the time. That's the password. You know what I mean? They just let him in. You know what I
Yep.
mean? But, and I hate to be saying, you know what I mean? But that's what happened. They, speak something. Just say whatever, what they want to hear. Tell them what they want to hear. You know
You
what I
trying
mean?
to save them because he's coming and telling you, hey,
Mhm.
I want to know about the Lord. And you soften up and you let them right in, man.
Yeah.
And every
Not
time
know,
they kill us, we forgive them. Every time.
right. So yeah. Not knowing that war was in his heart. You know what I
That's
mean?
right.
Uh,
Is
Psalms
that Psalms?
55.
Psalms. Yeah.
Psalms 55. Psalms
Psalms.
55 and 21.
Bring it out.
The words of his mouth were smoother than butter,
right.
but war was in his heart. His words were softer than oil, yet were they drawn swords.
Come.
Mm.
And that's
And
what you
they
just
just,
read about.
yeah. And that's exactly
Mhm.
what they did to our northern brothers, man. With that Thanksgiving that everybody just celebrated.
Right.
Right.
Crazy, man.
Yeah. Yeah. Let me introduce my brother Mattathias, our forefather. Let me get First Maccabees chapter 2 from the top, right?
Ah.
It says, in those days arose Mattathias, the son of John, the son of Simeon, a priest of the sons of Yarib from Jerusalem, and dwelt in Modin. And he had 5 sons, Johanan called Cadiz, Simon called Thasi, Judas, who was called Maccabeus, Eleazar called Avaron, and Jonathan, whose surname was Aphas. And when he saw the blasphemies that were committed in Judah and Jerusalem, he said, woe is me. Wherefore was I born to see this misery of my people and of the holy city, and to dwell there, when it was delivered into the hand of the enemy, and the sanctuary into the hand of strangers. He said, Lord, I mean, right now we're at a time where we at the end. And it's a beautiful time to be living it right now. You seeing the wars are brewing up, you know what I mean? And things just like it was prophesied is happening. You know what I mean? They over there warring in Jerusalem, the people getting kicked out of the land, ran out of the land, Gaza, all of this stuff going on. But Mattathias was in a time where he said, whoa, because he was able to see us. We was living peacefully somewhat. And then the next thing you know, all hell broke loose.
That's right.
And then all hell broke loose. And so he sees we profane, we so easily led astray. We go ahead and start sacrificing and pork and profaning the holy days and doing all this wickedness. And he said, woe is me. Why was I alive to eat? And he's the high priest. So he kind of feel like that happened on his watch. You know what I mean? He taking it personal. And I
Real
feel
personal.
it.
Yeah.
I mean, the same thing we feel on the street corners when we actually reel a brother in with the rod, brother and sister in, and they come in and you spend 20 minutes on them, breaking the scriptures down. They throwing this here, you catching that, dodging, you know what I mean, smacking that down, doing all of this stuff you doing, and they still walk away talking about God. I still got God, and He know my heart and all that.
Come on, man.
That's how we feel. It's just crazy. Or when you look at a sexy red, you know what I mean, and all of these wicked niggas and women on these social media apps and influencing our kids. It's the same thing, man. We like, whoa, you why? You know what I mean?
That's right.
On our watch. So we got to clean this thing up.
And it's a slack, following that. I'm gonna pull a precept to go along with that, what you just said. But first off, to give a shout out to our sister Judea Taylor, man. Our praises, shalom. Right. So, matter of fact, I'm gonna go get it real quick. Proverbs 24. I'm gonna start at what you just said about the people. 20. But there should be no reward to the evil man. The candle of the wicked shall be put out. It's going to be put out soon enough, man. There's no reward for what you see these wicked people doing, gaining all this fame, fortune, money. No matter what it is, these wicked sisters and brothers getting on our man twerk, doing all this stuff, man. They will not be rewarded for good for that at
That's
all.
right. That's
The
right.
Lord is going to put that candle out. See, I don't think they understand the new earth and new heaven is coming, man. It's going to be ruled in righteousness. Anything ruled in righteousness, man, there ain't going to be no sin, man. Right. That's the purpose of us getting them new bodies and everything, man. That will be no more. Go ahead, Cap.
In all of Salakia, I was gonna say in all of their wickedness, they're gonna remember, and it's gonna be so much shame. It's gonna be despair and deep, dark. You know, they're not even gonna be able to carry that weight.
That's right.
All of the shame that they gotta carry. You know what I mean? They got Puff Daddy. You know what I mean? From what he's doing, and all these different people. All of the shame and despair and everything. It ain't gonna be no, hey, give me a shot here, and I smoke a blunt and forget about No. You know what I mean? You're gonna have to deal with all of that. What you did to your own people.
Dang. Kind. That's on the real though.
Did you have something, Jim?
No, I was just thinking about that. That's why it says that there'll be gnashing of teeth. They're gonna be out there in that darkness, like, dang, I did this.
Can't believe it.
They're gonna be hating themselves.
Yeah.
They're gonna be hating themselves.
Yeah.
Yeah, they done took what was good and made it evil, and what's evil good now.
Right.
That's right.
I mean, you look around, you got videos after videos and of these, especially, hey, I can't wait till we do that one breakdown on that one brother, that Ty dude. My God, man. It's crazy that, and they gather in these churches, and they love it. They love it. Our people stay up in that thing and support. See a man spitting in his hand and wiping it on one's face. You got another dude, Kenneth Copeland, and them took the damn toothpick thing. Yeah. I'm like, our people love it. They all up in them churches, man. They seem to think that is God. All right, this is it, man. This is why we're here. And he faking it, man, like he really drinking and everything. What is going on with our people, man?
You can't tell them nothing, man. You can't show them that, and they still they where you going? Church. I just showed you. I just showed you they got there going Lil Nas X and Lecrae.
Yeah.
Bro,
that's what I was about to say.
Yeah,
right. Seen that.
They got Lil Nas X and Lecrae, or you know what I mean. All these different. Every week is something.
It's something type of
with it. You know. Now.
Man, that's horrible. He made a comment that I don't even really want to repeat. He said he can still do his thing as a gay man and still sing Christian music. Oh,
right, man. Hey, but you know what he's exposing is that these niggas are singing these Christian songs ain't really after Christ. You know what I mean? Them these people that Kirk Franklin, you know what I mean? Basically, that's what he's saying. Hey, if Kirk can do it, I can do it. He said, hey, I can still, why not? Kirk doing it, you know what I mean? Sure, we was gonna do it live on him, you know. So yeah, I mean, and that goes back to what we're talking about. They profaning the sanctuary, they profaning the name of the Most High.
They are.
They're profaning his people, you know.
They are.
And these are those Lil Nas X, Kirk Franklin, what's it, Puff Daddy, all of these people, those are the coons that automatically agree. Yeah, I'll do it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'll eat the pork.
I do it.
But I'm gonna get to the point where Mattathias say, "Hey, I ain't playing that."
That's right. That's right.
Come. So remember, he was the high priest at the time. Let me get the I'm gonna get the verse 10. First Maccabees chapter 2, verse 10. It says, "What nation hath not had a part in her kingdom and gotten of her spoils?" Right? Talking about all nations, they done, you know what I mean?
They had a hand. They
done manipulated and robbed us and used us like a whore. You know what I mean? They took turns with us, to be honest. You know what I mean? It's man, I ain't gonna go into that. But Salaki. It says, verse 11, all her ornaments are taken away of a free woman. She has become a bond slave. And behold, our sanctuary, even our beauty and our glory, is laid waste, and the Gentiles have profaned it. The Gentile, and that's what this is about. The rededication of our sanctuary.
That's right.
You
That's
know what I
right,
mean?
God.
The Holy of Holies on earth. You know what I mean? The holiest place on earth, you know, outside of a righteous Israelite's body. The holiest place on earth, you know, at the time, and the Gentiles had the nerve to come and defile it because we was wicked. Because we was wicked, the Most High said, hey, it is, you know what I mean? So let me keep on going. Verse number 14. It says, then Mattathias and his sons rent their clothes and put on sackcloth and mourned very sore. His sons were just like him.
So was.
15. It said, in the meanwhile, the king's officers, such as compelled the people to revolt, came into the city Modin to make them sacrifice. And when many of Israel came unto them, Mattathias also and his sons came together. Then answered the king's officers and said to Mattathias on this wise, you are a ruler and an honorable and great man in this city, and strengthened with sons and brethren. Now therefore come you first, and fulfill the king's commandment, like as all the heathen have done. Yea, and the men of Judah also, and such as remain at Jerusalem. So shall you and your house be in number of the king's friends, and you and your children shall be honored with silver and gold and many rewards. So he's trying to bribe Mattathias. Hey, we need to see you the leader. We need to see you go ahead and you start profaning, you start sinning. You do it first, right?
So we can have that finger pointing of blame.
Right. The high priest did it.
Did it?
Hey,
there you go.
Right.
Yeah. Golly.
Well, it must be good for me then.
Yeah.
Right. You can't argue about that. Hey, because realistically, he's the high priest is the next man closest to God on earth at the time anyway.
That's right. I mean?
Biblical priesthood.
It don't get no higher than the high priest. Yahushua was the high priest on earth when he came, but he was after the order of Melchizedek.
Right, huh?
So let me keep on. It says, verse 19. Then Mattathias answered and spake with a loud voice. Though all nations that are under the king's dominion obey him, and fall away every one from the religion of their fathers, and give consent to his commandments, yet will I and my sons and my brethren walk in the covenant of our fathers. Yahweh forbid that we should forsake the law and the ordinances. We will not hearken to the king's word to go from our religion, either on the right hand or the left. Now, when he had left speaking these words, there came one of the Jews in the sight of all to sacrifice on the altar which was at Modin, according to the king's commandment. Which thing, when Mattathias saw, he was inflamed with zeal, and his rein trembled. Neither could he forbear to show his anger according to judgment. Wherefore he ran and slew him upon the altar.
Killed him.
That's right.
Killed him.
Also the king's commissioner, who compelled men to sacrifice, he killed at that time, and the altar he pulled down. Thus dealt he zealously for the law of Yahweh, like as Phinehas did unto Zambri, the son of Salmon. And Mattathias cried throughout the city with a loud voice, saying, whosoever is zealous of the law and maintain the covenant, let him follow me. So he and his sons fled into the mountains and left all that ever they had in the city. Wow.
So what makes you think if he was killing brothers back then like that, when he come this time, he's not going to do the same thing?
Hey. The Bible says he was righteous for doing it.
They sure was.
He was righteous for doing it. They didn't commit any attributed to him as a sin.
Our people don't know that though, man. They so accustomed to the ways that they've been traumatized for so long, man. They don't even understand that at all. They look at you reading this and tell me, stab that brother. You wicked, bro. Brother laid out there and bled out.
Right.
That's how important. That's how much it's important for us to follow the ways of the Lord, man.
That's right.
Because we know that the Lord don't change. And in order for us to follow him, man, since you brought that out, let me read this real quick, Cap, too, on that.
Before you get there, King, let me put a little point in there. So Mattathias, you got to remember these are the Levites, so they what we would call Haitians nowadays. And I'm thinking, man, I know Mattathias is a older man, hey, but the priests, they cutting and chopping and you know what I mean, killing bulls and yanking stuff up, and you know what I mean. So he probably was older, but he probably had some good strength. And he good with that knife. Hey, he probably sliced food up real quick. You know what I mean? Both of them. Sloppy, okay?
Right.
How sweet that is. And the reason why all that happened is because this precept that I'm about to read right now, what them man did. And the reason why the man was like that is because they feared the Most High, man.
That's
so
right.
Let's go with it. So 1 and 13, on down to 14. Whoso feareth the Lord, it should go well with him at the last, and he shall find favor in the day of his death. Verse 14, here's the point for you. To fear the Lord is the beginning of wisdom. Right. And it was created with the faithful in the womb. We know that Jacob was created from the womb, that the Lord chose Israel and everything. These brothers feared the Most High. That's why they kept that law to the fullest. They didn't turn around and make a 4-minute video and say it's okay to break these laws. The Most High is going to forgive you no matter what. These brothers were pulling that blade out. They had some rusty blades, some dull blades, and that shit cut hard. Went up on hard for it. Now imagine what that's going to be like, man, even for the day of judgment, man. For people to turn around and say, your laws, the Most High done away with. If he done away with those, that would have never happened with the Maccabees stuff. They wouldn't have done that. We got to get our people back up on point, man, and saying, we got to fear. This is his ways right here. This is how you follow him, man. You fear the Most High, man. You understand and know to a point, like, man, in order for me to take it or whatever y'all want me to break, y'all gonna have to kill me, man. But for you wicked brothers out there that want to break it, let's wipe them out. Same thing the way Moses told Joshua, clarify Israel, man. Purify Israel. You got to wipe that wickedness out and get it off, because otherwise, if you don't, guess what? It's going to stay here, man.
That's right.
That happened in the beginning. And it happened with Moses. He told the Levites, hey, grab your swords, come with me.
Come with me.
We got to clean this up.
We got to clean this up.
They were making a calf. He said, oh, nah. Every man against his own brother.
Ooh.
You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Yeah. Yeah.
But somehow we seem to think that you got people our people still running to these churches and stuff, and then they find it offensive when you say something about leaving the church. They find it like you don't have a right to say that to this pastor or whatsoever. How not? Your pastor ain't following the ways of the Lord, man. He ain't keeping the law, statutes, and commandments, man. Right. I have every right. You better be thankful that we have grace today, because if we didn't, if the Lord said purify it again, we'll do it again. We might have to have staff this time, but we'll staff the hell out of everybody. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, you put that spirit on us, man. Ain't no telling.
Right.
Yeah, straight up. Straight up. Shalom, sis.
Shalom.
But yeah, that's
Shalom.
That's real, man.
Right.
Yeah, hey, these brothers, hey, they left everything that they loved, everything that they knew that was the end. Hey, ain't no coming back from this. And that's how you gotta be when you step over here in the truth. You gotta be prepared to drop at a drop of a dime, man. Hey,
that's
it is
right.
what it is. He had his sons with him. Hey, man, I'm ready to give my life for this thing, and that's what they did and went in the wilderness.
That same faith right there that them brothers show, you can't tell me the Most High don't want to see that.
Oh man,
that's the same thing. He tell you, hey, you're gonna have to come or don't come at all. And our people gotta understand that, man. And stop trying to find this yellow brick road and everything, man. Because all you get from a church, man, in these buildings is a feel-good message.
That's right.
That's right.
Oh, he's gonna call you. I can't wait till we start doing them videos, dialogue, touching people falling out on the floor, rolling over, wigs falling off, man running around churches, they dancing, they speaking in whatever it is they speak in. Have no clue whatsoever what it is, but they speaking in and everything. They don't understand you a joke to the Most High, man.
Right.
You a joke to him, man. He don't change, and he's not gonna look for something even different, man. You're gonna have to come in this. When you come in this thing, you need to come with both feet in this mug, man.
They ain't willing to sacrifice nothing. Go on the other side. They not willing to sacrifice nothing, leave or lose nothing.
They don't want to.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. And like you said, that's the ultimate sacrifice. Hey, they gave up their lives for this thing.
They did.
Just like Yahushua would do 200 years later.
That's right.
Yahushua read the story. This same story we read.
Same story.
Yahushua read. They read the same story. And and this how you know he was for it, because he celebrated the Feast of Dedication. You know what I mean? Like we just read in the beginning. So he was with this whole thing. He's a revolutionary.
Oh,
you know
stay
what I mean?
right there. Stay on that. I'm about to pull a precept on that. What you said about Yahushua, man.
Let
me go find that. Right, that just hit me on the spirit. Let me get that out real quick. I think it's 28. I want Matthew 28. I think that's what I want.
I got a precept, but
go ahead, pull that precept.
Nah, I'm gonna leave it alone because I know Cap he going into the story and it's in the story. So I'm gonna leave it. I'm gonna leave it for now. I don't want to steal your thunder on that.
Don't steal the thing. Let me finish that out. So let me see here.
You can, matter of fact, when we start back, Kenny, you can get it. I did want to hit 50 and 51 in that same chapter. Mainly, and just explaining, you know what I mean, what happened to Mattathias, and we ain't got to go into every detail of it because it's a long story, but I did want to hit that 50 and 51, and then
see which one I want here.
This story is a great story. Just imagine if you would have heard this story passed down to you, knowing that this is your heritage, and all we got was slavery and being on plantations picking cotton, and then they made us free.
Man, that's our history. Hey, and then we got the visuals of it. You know what I mean? We got the visuals of them spraying us with water hose and sicking the dogs on us, getting busted upside the head with billy clubs. Or you got Shaka Zulu. You know what I mean? That was probably the closest we got.
That's it.
Shaka Zulu. Y'all remember that?
Yeah.
We got. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It was kind of bittersweet. I'm like, damn, this brother ain't got no clothes on. He just, you know what I mean? But Shaka Zulu wasn't no joke.
No, he wasn't.
I didn't do no research on him. I'm not sure if he was he ham?
Well, that's a good. I ain't getting enough research on him.
I've heard that he might be us, but I'm pretty sure I thought that he was ham.
Yeah. They were doing some wild stuff in that movie.
Look, Ham still didn't want no part of Edom.
Oh no.
Nobody want no part of Edom.
Nah.
Man.
I think I got it, man. I think 18 and 37.
Okay.
All right.
18 and 30. I think it's 18. John 18:37. That's what I'm saying. John 18:37. That's the one I want. Go right along with what you said about Yahushua, man. What a lot of people got to realize. Yeah.
Huh. I got you. You got a king, or you want?
Go ahead. This is the one I want.
Okay. You said 18 and 37?
Yeah, John 18 and 37.
This is the book of John, chapter 18, verse number 37. Pilate therefore said unto him, Are you a king then? Yahushua answered, You say that I am a king. To this end was I born.
To this what?
To this end was I born.
Mm-hmm.
You see that? Go ahead.
And for this cause came I into the world, that I should bear witness unto the truth. Everyone that is of the truth heareth my voice.
I'm gonna go ahead and drop the mic on that. Where my sound bite at? Because Cap just brought that. That's what you gotta be. You gotta be ready to be born and die for this truth, man. If your Messiah, if Yahushua did it, you gotta do it.
That's right.
Right? And I also denounce you Christianity when y'all say him and God and Jesus. No, they're not. He just told you for this purpose I was born. To come into the world. This is the whole purpose he was created for. I'll praise the Shalom, King. Shalom.
And on top of that, Shalom, God. On top of that, he said that he came in the world that he should bear witness unto the truth. Now, what is the truth? Psalm 119 and 142.
Let's do it. Yeah.
It says, your righteousness is an everlasting righteousness, and your law is the truth. So Hamashiach said he came into the world that he should bear witness unto the law. Everyone that is of the law hears his voice. You know what I mean?
That's
So
right.
hey, that's powerful.
That's powerful,
And,
man.
and it goes right along with the story, because that's what we were zealous for. Mattathias and his
Exactly.
brother, they dying for the law.
That's right.
Yeah, it's a great mic drop right there.
That's right. And that spirit on point, boy. I tell you,
That's
boy,
right.
you can't get rattled with it. Boy, all praise to y'all, man. Go ahead and start back on that story there, Cap. We good. All praises, man.
So I'm gonna try to speed it up, because this is the whole book, First and Second Maccabees, is beautiful. Beautiful. It's some ups and some downs there. I ain't gonna lie. Just like the rest of the Bible, is beautiful. So okay. This is the book of First Maccabees, chapter 2, and I'm starting at 49, I'm going to go to 51. It says, now when the time drew near that Mattathias should die, he said unto his sons, now hath pride and rebuke gotten strength in the time of destruction and the wrath of indignation. Now therefore, my sons, be you zealous for the law and give your lives for the covenant of your fathers.
Wow.
Mm-hmm. Call to remembrance what acts our fathers did in their time. So shall you receive great honor and an everlasting name.
That's
hey,
right.
It's like he's talking to us right now, because we're doing the same thing he's telling his sons to do about him. He was talking about, he's talking about David and Joshua and Moses, you know what I mean? And we're talking about them. That's a beautiful thing. Hey, so maybe our descendants, our son, will talk about us.
That's right.
You know what I mean?
That's right.
Yeah.
That's beautiful. Right, rehearsing the righteous acts, man, of what our forefathers done.
The righteous, yeah.
We doing the same thing.
That's right.
Oh man, let me go back and grab another precept on that. Man, these brothers pulling that out tonight by the spirit of the Most High, man. Wow. Let's see which one was I want to say. Right. That's a beautiful thing, how you saying, and we got to understand the seed line of it, man. This is why it's very important that we continue these righteous acts, man.
That's right.
We can't let them take this from us, man.
That's right.
Here it is, Sirach 1:15. She have built an everlasting foundation with man, and she shall continue with their seed. This is something that's given to the seed of the righteous seed of the Most High, man, that he chose. Everybody know that's Israel. That's why he said he loved Jacob, right? We got our crowns on tonight, man. We done woke up in this truth, man, and we willing to go forward with it. Brothers willing to die. That's why we out there on the block, man. That ain't just talk, man. We don't know what holds for us when we out there on the block, man. We done been threatened. We done had one brother turn around, man, and said that y'all threatened me. And we done had some crazy spirits that done came up and done test the man of the Lord, man.
That's right.
A lot of people don't understand how it is to get out there, man, and have to in this truth and everything. We ain't behind closed walls, man. Sitting down where we safe and everything, man. Brothers out there putting their life on the line. Shalom, Tony Gunn. Shalom.
How you doing, Knock?
All praises to the Most High, man, for our brothers and them, everyone joining this chat tonight, man, dealing with us, man. We appreciate the patience, right? Go ahead, Cap, with it.
I'm gonna hit two more verses there, and then we can kind of get to the point. And King had a precept as well. Verse number 61 in First Maccabees chapter 2, it says, "And thus consider you throughout all ages that none that put their trust in him shall be overcome. Fear not then the words of a sinful man, for his glory shall be dung and worms." Right? And so then we'll get down to, basically Mattathias, before he passes, he tells his 5 sons, hey, I want y'all to carry it on, carry on my legacy. And he puts his son Judas Maccabeus in, basically because he was a warrior since he was a kid. He puts him in charge, of conducting the wars. And, and Judas is like the leader, is the Maccabees. I think that means hammer, but it goes into just his personality. He was no joke. And we'll read about it, but they wind up going into the wilderness and hiding, and they got to other brothers that were in everybody, their households, that was zealous for the law as well. They fled and went into the wilderness with the Maccabees family, and they became one group, in a small army. You know, what do you call a small army? That's what would you call that? But not an army like a
Sound like a
Nah,
battalion
sort of like a battalion. Yeah,
or like detail.
yeah. So you know, and then they and you know, um, it got so crazy that the word got back to the Greeks that the brother Mattathias had killed the officer and this, that, and the third. So they sent a whole army out to destroy Mattathias and his family, you know. And they go through many different wars and different stages of wars. And the Most High, you know what I mean? He does what the Most High does.
that's right. That's right.
When you righteous, you holy, and you calling on Him in faith, He causes you to confound the wise with simple things. You know, you confound the strong by and you're weak. You know, according to them, in a natural sense, you're weak, but really you're strong. You know, so you said you had a precept, God.
Yeah, I just wanted to bring out because we were talking about how a lot of us, like it's how we're going through now, how we should be living for the law, and that these brothers left us an example of how we should be, and
Right.
that we should be ready to give our life for this law. So
That's
that
right.
was First Maccabees 3 and let's I'll just go straight to the point. And 21, it said, "But we fight for our lives and our laws."
Right.
Right.
Because
Right.
that's what we fight for every day. Like it's when we wake up and we decide that we want to be practicing Israelites, keeping the law, statutes, and commandments. That's what we're doing. We are fighting for our laws.
Come. Keep on
That's
going on
right.
that, guy. Keep
Yeah.
on going on that, because that kind of hits part of the point, and just kind of puts it in perspective too. Uh, yeah.
I can keep going. Verse 22. Wherefore the Lord Himself will overthrow them before our face.
Right.
And as for you, be ye not afraid of them.
Right.
Now, as soon as they had left off of speaking, he leapt suddenly upon them. So Sauron and his hosts were overthrown before him.
Con.
Powerful.
Hey, soon as he finished with the speech, he said, "Hey, he didn't even say, oh, that's a wrap, y'all. Let's go." Hey, he just went to getting to it. You know what I mean?
Yep.
And
He
he
said,
told
let's
him,
get it.
yeah. Hey, and he told him, hey, the Most High gonna do the fighting.
That's
You know what I
right.
mean? He gonna do the fighting. And so they were confounded, you know what I mean, before the Israelites, before the Jews, before Maccabeus and his army. All praises to the Most High.
Our praise
You
to the
know,
Most High,
Right.
man.
and sometimes we got to get that to our brethren. We got to let our brethren know. You know what I mean? Remind them it's the Most High that's going to do it. He sets up and pulls down. You know what I mean?
That's right.
We doing what we supposed to do. We got to call on the Most High. That's all we got to do and be in faith.
You know, that's a big thing too, man, because a lot of people, what you just said, Cap, don't understand that the Most High is the one that'll raise someone up only just to bring them down, like he did Pharaoh. He gonna
That's
raise
right.
some certain people up in power only for them to be brought down, man. Right?
That's right.
And
Exactly.
we got to understand that, man. You know what I'm saying? When it's time for them to come down, like Matthias and our brothers here, prime example showing you they coming down, no matter what. Just like Babylon, you coming down, right?
Absolutely.
Right.
Come. I'm gonna jump to chapter 7 and verse number 26. Can you get that for me, God?
7 and what verse?
26, Baba Kashai. We're
I
gonna read
got
down a little bit. I'm gonna jump in at probably about 37. Well, we might not even need to read that much. We'll read a little bit.
God, this is
This is
first
going into
Maccabees.
the feast.
Okay. This is First Maccabees 7 and 27. So Nicanor came to Jerusalem with a great force and sent unto Judas his brethren deceitfully with friendly words, saying, let there be no battle between me and you. I will come with a few men, that I may see you in peace. He came therefore to Judas, and they saluted one another peaceably. Howbeit the enemies were prepared to take away Judas by violence. Which thing after it was known to Judas, to wit, that he came unto him with deceit, he was sore afraid of him, and would see his face no more. Nicanor also, when he saw that his counsel was discovered, went out to fight against Judas beside Capartia Salam. Yeah, that's right. Salakia.
Yeah,
That's
that's
hard.
crazy.
Yeah, it's
Well,
crazy.
that word caught me up a little bit. Yeah. Verse 32. Where there were slain of Nicanor's side about 5,000 men, and the rest fled into the city of David.
Right.
After this went Nicanor up to Mount Zion, and there came out of the sanctuary certain of the priests and certain of the elders of the people to salute him peaceably and to slew him. The what was that?
No, I was saying they came out peaceably.
Yeah, kind. They came out to salute him peaceably and to shew him the burnt sacrifice that was offered for the king. But he mocked them and laughed at them and abused them shamefully and spake proudly and swore in his wrath, saying, unless Judas his host be now delivered into my hands, if ever I come again in safety, I will burn up this house. And with that, he went out with a great rage.
Con.
Dang.
So we see this dog Nicanor. Shalom, God.
Shalom, bro.
Hey, shalom.
Con.
Peace and blessings.
Introduce yourself, God.
My name is Brother Tony Gunn,
Con.
Knoxville, Tennessee. I love these brothers that are on this live today. I'm so blessed to the Lord to have met these brothers individually at every point in time of my life. And I pray that everybody under the sound of this live, under the sound of my voice, they hear the word and the Lord does not pass them by.
Likewise, God, likewise.
We'll continue in the teaching, and I'll hop in as the Spirit leads me.
All praise.
All praise.
Good to have the brother here, friend of the camp, brother to the camp. You know what I mean? That's family.
Yes, he is.
All praise. So yeah, so we see Nicanor, you know what I mean, a heathen, come in and treat our people despitefully. You know what I mean, and just you know what I mean, comes in with his crafty counsel. You know, and we just like how we are, same thing as the Dylan Ruth, like we said, we welcome him in, showing him stuff, and he, oh man, I'm you know what I mean, he coming with a ulterior motive, ready to destroy everything.
War was in his heart.
Yeah,
and that's why, hey, that's why the Lord said, "Trust not the enemy at all." You know what I'm saying?
At all, because you never know. You know what I mean? It's best to just treat them all the same way.
That's
you
right.
Gotta be wicked to them, but you gotta understand. Hey, I'm not turning my back on you. I'm not going. You know, I'm not going to give you that opportunity. But I'm gonna treat you the way you know what I mean, and we're gonna go from there.
Hey, it goes also to it also goes to the brother at the time that went to that cabin with his 5 friends, and then woke the next morning the man's dead. Right. And they don't know what happened. They said they don't know what happened, man. It's very important for our people to understand why the Lord put separation in the beginning. Right? Did he know all this stuff was going to happen? Yes, he did. That's why he said, I want y'all to be separated. That's why he said, I'm cutting you off from other nations of people. Right? You think he didn't see this? Yeah, he saw it. Go ahead, Jim.
Hey, that's that Sirach 12 and 10 spirit you got to keep.
That's right.
You got to keep that. Like, you never trust your enemy. Just as like of iron rusteth, so is his wickedness.
That's right.
It's bound to show up.
Right.
I'm gonna start at verse 36 and go on down a little bit. Now, this is actually a little bit on top of what I wanted to get on to, but I'm gonna try to get there real quick. It says, then the priests entered in and stood before the altar and the temple, weeping and saying, you, O Lord, did choose this house to be called by your name and to be a house of prayer and petition for your people.
That's right.
Be avenged of this man and his host, and let them fall by the sword. Remember their blasphemies and suffer them not to continue any longer. So Nicanor went out of Jerusalem and pitched his tents in Beth-horon, where a host of Syria met him. But Judas pitched in Adasa with 3,000 men, and there he prayed, saying, O Lord, when they that were sent from the king of the Assyrians blasphemed, your angel went out and smote 104,500 of them. Even so, destroy you this host before us this day, that the rest may know that he hath spoken blasphemously against your sanctuary, and judge you him according to his wickedness. So the 13th day of the month, Adar, the host joined battle. But Nicanor's host was discomfited, and he himself was first slain in the battle. Hey, that's like playing chess.
The chess Russian roulette.
Yeah. Hey, you want to check? You know what I mean? And you know, chess can be a game. It might take days sometimes. It could take 30 minutes to 2 hours, depending.
Right.
But this dude got killed. How you the first one to get
in battle? First one.
He done ran out on the battlefield.
He knew he had
and
no
then
problem.
get a landmine.
Man.
I think it's a lot of confusion goes on too when you hear this after you was reading this, where he said, even so destroy them that's before you this day. A lot of people get that confused with you supposed to just pray for your enemy. Hell, he didn't pray for him, did he?
No, he didn't. No, he said, yeah, destroy him with the sword.
I got to understand. That's why a lot of our people don't understand that the Bible was written in similitudes and codes and stuff, man. It was not written so that people could understand. It was written for certain people, man, right? To follow, to live by, right? And here he is praying against his brother, and he run out in the battlefield. First one get one dagger right in the damn head, and he fall clean out. He gone.
Hey, let's check one move checkmate. Golly. God.
Don't tell me how a shot don't answer prayers, man. He does.
Hey, yeah,
all praise, man.
Golly. God, let me keep on going on that one. Now when Nicanor's host saw that he was slain, excuse me, this is verse 44. Now when Nicanor's host saw that he was slain, they cast away their weapons and fled. Then they pursued after them a day's journey from Adasa unto Gazera, sounding an alarm after them with their trumpets. Whereupon they came forth out of all the towns of Judea round about, and closed them that pursued them, were all slain with the sword, and not one of them was left. Afterwards, they took the spoils and the prey, and smote off Nicanor's head and his right hand, which he stretched out which he stretched out so proudly, and brought them away and hanged them up towards Jerusalem. For this cause the people rejoiced greatly, and they kept that day a day of great gladness. Moreover, they ordained to keep yearly this day, being the 13th of Adar. Thus the land of Judah was in rest a little while. So, hey, we got a day of Nicanor. That's what, and I kind of got that confused, but I wanted to go just to show the exploits of our brethren, of our forefathers. You know what I mean? Hey, they prayed to the Most High, and like we said, a one move checkmate, and cut his head and his right hand off.
And stuck it on a staff pole and stuck it towards Jerusalem. That's overkill.
Yeah. Hey, this dog was so, and that's what I'm saying, he was so prideful. He came in there barking and talking and all of this, and look what happened to him. All praise to the Most High.
All praises, man.
Now, the story that we were getting to in Salakia, this is real quick. General, can you get chapter 10 from? You probably go from 1 to 8, and that'll sum it up.
I got you. This is First Maccabees 10, started from the top. In the 60th year, Alexander.
Salakia King. I meant Second Maccabees. Second Maccabees. Yeah, Salakia.
Second Maccabees 10 from the top. All right, here we go. The Second Maccabees 10, starting from the top. Now Maccabeus and his company, the Lord guiding them, recovered the temple and the city. But the altars which the heathen had built in the open street, and had the chapels, they pulled down. And having cleansed the temple, they made another altar. And striking stones, they took fire out of them, and offered a sacrifice after 2 years. and set forth incense and lights and shewbread. When that was done, they fell flat down and besought the Lord that they might come no more into such troubles. But if they sinned any more against him, that he himself would chasten them with mercy, and that they might not be delivered unto the blasphemous and barbarous nations. Now, upon the same day that the strangers profaned the temple, on the very same day it was cleansed again.
Right.
Even the 25th day of the same month, which is Caselu.
Mm-hmm.
And they kept 8 days with gladness, as in the Feast of Tabernacles,
Right.
remembering that not long before they had held the Feast of Tabernacles,
Right.
when as they wandered in the Salakia, as they wandered in the mountains and dens like beasts.
Salakia King. And
Oh,
I
go
just
ahead.
wanted to interject right there because they, we kept the Feast of Tabernacles. That was what, a month, 2 months ago.
Yeah.
Nevertheless,
Yeah.
these brothers was on the run, keeping the Feast of Tabernacles out in the well. They had to, you know what I mean, because they was in the wilderness.
Right.
So they kept the Feast of Tabernacles because they was living out in the wilderness anyway. But you know what I mean. Now that they recovered the sanctuary, they done fought off the armies. You know what I mean. So now they rededicating the temple and everything. You got it, King.
Khan, verse 7. Therefore they bare branches and fair boughs and psalms also, and sang psalms unto him that had given them good success in cleansing his place.
Right.
They ordained also by a common statute and decree that every year those days should be kept of the whole nation of the Jews.
That's right.
That's right.
That's right, baby.
Hey, real quick, Cap, before you feed on that, Shalom to brother Kobe. He done got on here.
Oh,
Hey,
Shalom.
all right, shalom,
Oh, all right,
shalom.
Shalom, God. Shalom. Okay. Shalom. Come. All praise to the Most High.
All praises to the Most High.
Come.
God.
And I ain't had no more. I was, you know what I mean? I'm still basking in the beauty of it, y'all.
Yeah.
What you got, TG?
Yeah, Tony Guns, jump on in here, baby.
Yeah.
Man,
Fear.
I'm so edified by what the brother's been talking about, and it's really a bittersweet moment for me because I feel like the people of God have forgotten who their God was,
That's right.
and
Right.
I feel like we as a community we have went away from what we know, which is following the law, statutes, and commandments, and we put our own religious spin on whatever the Lord said he was going to do. And for that, we're going to have to repent. But if a brother could they give me 1 Samuel 12?
Come.
I got you.
1 Samuel chapter 12.
I got you. Just from the top.
Read verse 22 through 25.
I got you. Verse 22. This first Samuel 12 and verse 22. For the Lord will not forsake his people for his great name's sake, because it has pleased the Lord to make you his people.
That's right.
Moreover, as for me, Yahweh forbid that I should sin against the Lord and cease to pray for you. But I will teach you the good in the right way. Only fear the Lord and serve him in truth with all your heart. For consider how great things he have done for you.
Right.
But if you still do wickedly, ye shall be consumed, both ye and your king.
Right.
Israel in this day, we've risen up kings in the camp. We've risen up people that we put above the Messiah, people that we put above Yah himself. And all Yah is asking us to do during this time is come back to me. He's going to fight this war for us. He's
All
going to
right.
fight the battle for us,
Uh.
but we have to remember the days of old. Remember the covenant that he made with us. What is the scripture where it says he only dealt with us? He ain't deal so with any other
Yeah.
nation.
Psalms 147, 19 and 20.
Yeah.
That's right. That's right. That's right.
And because of that, we are a peculiar people.
That's right.
And when we're going over these stories about the Maccabean War, when we are rehearsing the righteous acts by keeping the feast, the whole message is fear God and keep his commandments.
That's right.
That's
And
right.
Right.
That's right.
that is the whole message that these brothers are trying to bring out.
Come.
And you don't have to agree with everything the brothers say or what I say or what whoever. But what still stands is fear God and keep his commandments.
Come.
That's right. That's right.
Come.
You know,
Well
that's
said, King.
that's
That's
absolutely right.
Right.
That's something that you said that was a very big point, that Israel has forgotten they God. Right.
Yeah.
So let's go ahead and
That's
I'm
right.
gonna pull a precept out on that, because that really hit point right there, man. We're gonna show you. See, this is what happens when you forget the one that made you and created you. How the one that made you and created you, how you gonna be able to get to where you need to go without him if he's the one that created you? Right. So let's get Deuteronomy 32 and start at 16. One of the Akims, get that real quick and work our way down to 18. That's a beautiful point that the brother made on about us forgetting God. Let's show them why, man. According to the precepts, according to the word itself, man, so that people can understand, man. We got to put the word has already gone out of the Most High's mouth, man. And that's why this book is here for us to read, to study, to show ourselves approved, and then get increased in our knowledge and wisdom, right? Start at 16 and work your way down to 18, Cap.
Come. It's the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 32, verse number 16. They provoked him to jealousy with strange gods.
Uh-huh.
With abominations provoked they him to anger.
Okay.
They sacrificed unto devils, not to Yahweh, to gods whom they knew not,
Mm-hmm.
the new gods that came newly up, whom your fathers feared not. Of the rock that begat you, you are unmindful, and have forgotten God that and have forgotten Yahweh that formed you.
That's what's done happened. See, our people don't even know him. They unmindful of the rock that created them. So we have forgotten. So in the last days, the Lord said in Jeremiah 3 and 15, I'm going to send them pastors out that's of my heart. And when the ones that come out of his heart going to teach our people how to keep the holy days, the law, statutes, commandments of God, because that's how you love the Most High.
That's right.
I got a question for the brethren, and this is going to kind of set up this conversation that I want to have about returning back to the laws and returning back to these feasts. You know, we say that, you know, Yah is going to bring us a renewed covenant. We know that word new in Jeremiah 31 don't actually mean new. It means to renew a covenant through blood. So we have to understand that this is a process. Could somebody bring out scriptures to prove the stipulations of this covenant? I feel like our people don't know what the covenant is. They think that Jesus just died on the cross for their sins and they don't have to do any work. So could brothers kind of walk us through what was the covenant that we made with the Most High so that we can come back to these law, statutes, and commandments? It's deeper than just commandments. This is promised him that we would do. This is a love thing. This ain't no works of ourselves thing. This is what's written in our hearts.
That's right.
Come. So
That's right. Let's go to.
All praises to the Most High, man.
Come. This is the book of Jeremiah, chapter 31, and I started verse number 33. It says, "But this shall be the covenant that I will make with the house of Israel after those days, saith the Lord. I will put my laws in their inward parts and write it in their hearts, and will be their power, and they shall be my people. And they shall teach no more every man his neighbor and every man his brother, saying, Know the Lord. for they shall all know me, from the least of them unto the greatest of them, saith the Lord. For I will forgive their iniquity, and I will remember their sin no more. Thus saith the Lord, which giveth the sun for a light by day, and the ordinances of the moon and of the stars for a light by night, which divideth the sea when the waves thereof roar. The Lord of hosts is his name. If those ordinances depart from me, from before me, saith the Lord, then the seed of Israel shall cease from being a nation before me forever. Thus saith the Lord, if heaven above can be measured, and the foundations of the earth searched out beneath, I will also cast off all the seed of Israel for all that they have done, saith the Lord.
See right
So,
there, King. You see that the Lord is speaking unto us through the prophet, saying what he's going to do. And it's positive if you on the right side of the law,
right?
but it's negative for those people who are on the wrong side of the law in this willful disobedience. We have to understand that. I grew up in the Christian church. I grew up, matter of fact, I was what they would call a minister in training. We sometimes, oftentimes, because of our own mind, we practice willful disobedience to God.
That's right.
He said, what did I bring out to you the other week about disobedience is like witchcraft?
Yeah.
Yep.
Y'all waiting on people to do magic. Y'all waiting on people to have potions and all that, and y'all calling that witchery. The Most High says that even your disobedience is like witchcraft.
That's right. Salaki King. And I had another precept on that, just in case, going right with what you said. But the bond of the covenant is Ezekiel 20 and 37. And it says, and I will cause you to pass under the rod, and I will bring you into the bond of the covenant, and I will purge out from among you the rebels, and them that transgress against me. I will bring them forth out of the country where they sojourn, and they shall not enter into the land of Israel, and you shall know that I am the Lord.
Right.
Israel need to understand, Israel is not going to miss the kingdom per se. But what you will miss is the blessings from the Lord. See, that's that grace and mercy thing that the Christian church really don't have a grasp on. The grace and mercy is the fact that you wasn't annihilated right here in front of our faces for your disobedience. But if you really want to be blessed, he said, keep my commandment, keep my word. And I know some other brothers are going to talk. Chief, I know you got something in your mind right now that you want to say, but brother Hezekiah, pull Exodus chapter 24 and verse 4 through 8, and you hold it. Let Chief Yame come in and say what he's gonna say. I see it in his face.
I just want to say this real quick. When Cap brought that precept about Jeremiah 31, we got to remember this is the covenant started that he made with Abraham that you get in Genesis 17, right?
That's right?
And that's where a lot of people don't understand where this covenant really begins at, right? Because the Lord made a promise to Abraham and said, this is the covenant you should keep in your seed after you, right? And so a lot of people will not understand that's not of this nation. They won't understand what the covenant is about and don't understand it comes with these laws and ordinances and statutes, right? I just want to bring that out real quick on that to put some more feedback on that. Right, but you good. Go ahead and grab Brother Tony Gunn's precept, our general. We keep
I got it.
You got it? Okay, go ahead.
Hey, this is Exodus 24 and verse 4. And Moses wrote all the words of the Lord and rose up early in the morning and built an altar under the hill and 12 pillars according to the 12 tribes of Israel.
Right.
And he sent young men of the children of Israel, which offered burnt offerings and sacrificed peace offerings of oxen unto the Lord. And Moses took half of the blood and put it in basins, and half of the blood he sprinkled on the altar. And he took the book of the covenant and read in the audience of the people. And they said, all the Lord have said, we will do and
Right.
be obedient.
So
And
you see
Moses
right
took the
there,
blood. Oh, go ahead.
that's good right there. So we've read to you words from the Most High talking about what the covenant is. We seen in Exodus 24 what we said out of our mouths. So when you talking about this relationship, this marriage that we have with God, it's not that God just came out of the blue and said, let's just make this covenant.
Yeah.
He saw something in Abraham that would eventually change the universe forever.
That's right.
It was going to
Right.
restore order to mankind. That's the Jews' responsibility on the earth, is to restore order to mankind.
That's right. That's right. That's right.
So
Right.
this law has nothing to do with us living within our own will.
Mhm.
This law is spiritual. Uh, Captain Jehu, I know you got that scripture with Romans where it said the law is spiritual, man. Because
Oh
they
yeah,
love to pull Paul,
Oh yeah, seven
Paul,
is
yeah.
but they don't really understand what Paul was saying.
no,
Right.
no. Right.
This is the book. This is the book of Romans, chapter 7, verse number 14.
Uh-huh.
For we know that the law is spiritual.
Mm.
Mm-hmm.
God. But I am carnal, sold under sin.
So that's where it is. That's where we getting caught up at. We caught up in what we can do to please God with our own strength. But we never ask God, what is your will? What is required? That is the issue that I have with some of the Israelites, some of these Christians. We need to get back to worshiping the Most High in spirit and truth. And you cannot do that without being subject to his law, statutes, and commandments. You can't do it.
That's right. That's
That's
right.
right.
That's right.
And that's what that goes back to. What Yahweh Shai said. Excuse me. He's the way. He's what he say if he's the door to the sheep. Uh, uh, all that ever came before him were thieves and robbers. Or oh man, I'm butchering that one. I should bring it up. I got one more precept on. Hey, Hezekiah, can you give me
Right.
Romans 8 and 18 and 19, Baba Kashai?
It's Jehu, what you trying to get is John chapter 10, verse 9.
What?
Real quick, while y'all pulling them precepts, give a shout out to the sister Arthur Miss Wisdom Sicily. She gave a shout out to us online. I got stuff buzzing up here, man. Just trying to get that out real quick. Get that on
Shalom,
Shalom, sister. Shalom. Right.
Shalom.
Con, but yeah, like you were saying, King. Yeah, you can't get there without the laws, without keeping the law. You know what I mean? And that's what Yahweh Shai was saying. John chapter 10, verse 9. He said, I am. Let me start at verse 7. Then Yahweh Shai said unto them again, verily, verily, I say unto you, I am the door of the sheep. All that ever came before me are thieves and robbers, but the sheep did not hear them. I am the door. By me, if any man enter in, he shall be saved, and shall go in and out and find pasture. Right? So Yahweh Shah said he's the door. We know that he's the light.
Right.
We know the light is the law. He is the law. He's the embodiment of the law. You have to come through it. You got to get through the law to get to Yahweh. You know what I mean? That's what he's saying. You can't get to Yahweh but by me. And he is the word of Yahweh. He is the law. Yahweh's words are law. You know what I mean? It's light and light and law. That's all synonymous.
So I when in John when it says in the beginning was the word and the word was with God.
Yes, sir.
When you go down and it said and the word was manifested into the flesh, we got to understand that the brothers and sisters corrupted this Bible with the Greek, and they wanted to they wanted to get you far away from the Hebrew as possible.
Right.
So when that's read, it should read that Christ was the Torah made flesh. He was the law made flesh, because he was the embodiment of all that was supposed to be fulfilled, that was written in the prophets and in the Psalms.
That's right. That's right.
So we got to get that in our head, and we got to understand that the reason why he's the door, the reason why he's the example, is because we ought to live as he lived.
That's right.
Right.
The law.
So, Tony, let me ask you something, brother.
Yes, sir.
Why do you think that? Why do you think that our people are so drawn to the law not being that important to them to keep? Why do you think that?
It's a few reasons. The first reason is just false doctrine. When you grow up in false doctrine, you don't know the way.
Yes.
And some of our people are ignorant, and they honestly don't know what repentance looks like, which is why they try so hard to do away with the law. Because if they knew what true repentance was and conversion of the heart, then they will understand that this is not something that you just jump into tomorrow.
Right.
This is something that you do over a period of time, called justification and sanctification. We're not talking about what the Catholic Church says sanctification is.
No.
We're talking about turning back to the Lord. And you can only do that through being steadfast. I think if Christians knew this scripture, the Spirit just put it on me. Go to Hebrews, and we're going to go to Hebrews chapter 6, verse 1. And I'm going to show you what they won't show you in the Christian church. They won't show you this because they don't want you to understand the purpose of living for Christ.
This is the book of Hebrews, chapter 6, verse number 1. Therefore, leaving the principles of the doctrine of Hamashiach, let us go on unto perfection, not laying again the foundation of repentance from dead works and of faith toward Yahweh.
Keep going.
Of the doctrine of baptisms and of laying on of hands and of resurrection of the dead and of eternal judgment. And this will we do if Yahweh permit.
So we are not supposed to keep going to church and preaching the same doctrine. If you don't believe in Jesus, you're going to hell. If you don't get baptized like we say get baptized, that's what Brother Geno Jennings says. You got to be baptized a certain way or you're going to hell. He don't even care if you got the faith. If you ain't baptized the way his church baptized, you're going to hell.
Man.
Wow. The difference between the Baptist church and the Methodist church ain't even doctrine. It's the way that they get baptized. You see what I'm saying? So you see in the book of Hebrews, it's saying you leave the principles of Christ. King James is real stern on that. If you got that same scripture in NIV or any other translation, it says you're leaving the elementary principles of Christ. Because when you talk about faith, that is an elementary principle for the people of God. Yeah. We come and are born with the mindset to have faith in Yah. That's Go ahead. I
feel like it can't. No, I was just gonna say it was a little more on that too. But finish the lane you're playing, King. My bad.
I'm just trying to lay it out. Just having faith and belief is a prerequisite to even get in the kingdom. You have to believe first.
No doubt.
We're not saying don't believe. You have to believe first.
All right.
After you believe and after you know the knowledge of the truth, you are now held to a higher standard. Your name is changed.
Right.
Now you bear the name of the Father.
That's right.
So once you bear the name of the Father, you have a responsibility to look like your daddy.
Right.
That's what I have.
That's right. Now, let me get a little more on that one.
Go ahead.
Where did it go? 6. Okay, it says verse 4. It says, "For it is impossible for those who were once enlightened and have tasted of the heavenly gift and were made partakers of the Holy Ghost and have tasted the good work of Yahweh and the powers of the world to come, if they shall fall away, to renew them again unto repentance, seeing they crucify to themselves the Son of Yahweh afresh and put him to an open shame."
Wow.
Every
Yeah.
time you sin,
Right.
you putting them to shame.
Right.
That's right.
Kind of. Hey,
Why they don't read that? Why they don't read
Yeah,
that in church? You know?
that's right.
Mm,
And I bet you won't go up there and hoop and holler and talk about he died, he died. I bet you
mhm,
won't do that no more because he lives, you see?
that's right.
You
mhm,
see?
That's right.
But
right.
I'm gonna show you some good news for Israel, man. The spirit is really on me right now, man, to work this. I'm gonna show you some good news for Israel, especially during this time when we rebuilding the temple. Go to Hosea chapter 6. This is a scripture that I know some brothers know, some brothers may not know. But Hosea chapter 6, verses 1 through 3.
Come, I got you. It's the book of Hosea, chapter 6, verse 1. "Come and let us return unto the Lord, for he hath torn, and he will heal us. He hath smitten, and he will bind us up. After 2 days, he will revive us. In the third day, he will raise us up, and we shall live in his sight. Then
Mm.
shall we know if we follow on to know the Lord. His going forth is prepared as the morning, and he shall come unto us as the rain, as the latter and former rain unto the earth."
See, now we get into the spiritual thing. We get into spiritual life that we live in. Israel is going to be raised up. When the Messiah came and died on the cross, when he came and he rose on that third day, this was symbolic of what Yah was going to do for the children of Israel. He's going to break us down in this captivity. He's going to make us bow down to him in this captivity. But what did he say? He said on the third day, he's going to raise us up.
That's right. That's right.
So if we need to have an example, you look to the Messiah and you say, that is an example of what we need to be in our everyday lives. And that is what Yah is going to do in the end for us, is raise us up and put us as a light to the nations.
That's right.
That's right. I got a precept to that to go with that. Hey, Hezekiah, General, can you give me that Romans 8:8? No, Slakia, Romans 8:18. Precept to go right with it. You know what I mean? And
Okay.
I'm gonna get 1 Samuel chapter 10 and 6 really quickly. Slakia, go ahead with yours, King.
God, this is Romans 8:18. For I reckon that the suffering of this present time are not worthy to be compared, Shalakia, to be compared with the glory which shall be revealed in us.
Right.
For the earnest expectation of the creature waiteth for the manifestation of the sons of God.
So the earth, everything is waiting on the manifestation of the sons of the Most High. You know what I mean?
Right.
Everything, the trees, the grass, the wind, the animals, they know who we are. You know what I mean? This world was set up and made for us, and we just have to, like Yahweh Shai said, he said the kingdom of heaven is within you. So you know that they waiting on us to get right. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
What you had something, Chief?
Oh, I'm working this chat, man.
Oh, you
And that driver's seat pushing this thing, bro. For real.
Yeah.
I love it though, man. It's a beautiful thing, man. I like the way that those precepts line up with it, man, because we understand when you brought that out in Hebrews, Tony Gunn. It also tells us in John 7:16 about Christ said, I came to not of my own doctrine, but the doctrine of my Father. It goes right along with it, right? To show and prove, man, that once Israel raise up and get to where they supposed to be and everything, man, you can see a difference and a likeness in this world, man, because we are the true light saviors, right? We the ones that's going to bring the light to these other nations and everything. We're going to teach them and show them how to live righteous, right? They taught us how to live wickedness before the Lord, but we're gonna teach them righteousness, man. And we got a lot. We got to learn too. Also, let's come together as one voice and one body, man. Right? We can't come out. We can't come out with it serving different gods, man. We serve Yahweh. We know the Father. For the Lord said, I will place my name in my people. Right? So we know the Father, man. We just need brothers and sisters to learn that we're not stepping on heads or anything, man. We're trying to teach our people, man. In order for us to get out of the conditioning that we're in, we got to come back to loving the Most High, man. And how do we love him? He told us, keep my laws, my statutes, my commandments, right? And that's what the ultimate is about, man. So it's a beautiful precept that you brothers been bringing out, man. Keep it. I would like, real quick. Well, I don't know if I can do it tonight. I know it's going on for a little minute, but I wanted to show that one video, but we don't have to do it tonight.
Jehu, you still bringing out 1 Samuel chapter 10?
Yeah, I was going to. Yeah.
What verse you want?
I was what I was getting. I think it was 6.
Verse 6 through 7.
Let me get there, King. Salakia. I think it was Salakia. 1 Samuel chapter 10. And 6 and 7. Yeah, yes, sir.
I'll read that for you. Huh. This is 1 Samuel chapter 10 and verse 6. And the Spirit of the Lord will come upon thee, and thou shalt prophesy with them, and shalt be turned into another man.
So the spirit of prophecy, right? Or excuse me, the Spirit will come and we're going to prophesy. We're going to tell the things that's going to come in the future. And how do we do that? By the Spirit of the Most High in this word right here.
That's right.
It's going to change us into another. It done change everybody on here into another man.
That's right.
That's the same man we used to be, partying and you know what I mean, and doing all type of wizardry and crazy stuff. You know what I mean? And I used to be in some crazy stuff. But all praise to the Most High.
All praise.
We different men. So like you can.
Another man. Let it be when these signs are come unto thee, that thou do as occasion serve thee, for God is with thee.
That's right. Hey, the Most High said, hey, and once you get that spirit in you, that spirit of prophecy, and you're turned into another man, you ain't the same man, then do what you want. Because when you do what you want, you're going to be doing what the Most High want. Because you're going to want to do what he want to do. You know what I mean? It's all about your Father. We're going to be doing our Father's business. So whatever whatever we put our hands to, you know what I mean, it's going to prosper.
Prosper.
You know what I mean? Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah. He said, do what you want to do. Now, hey, I feel like going to wherever and you know what I mean, and preaching. I feel like going over here. We making you know what I mean, we doing this and that for the homeless. We you know what I mean, we feel like making these flyers and putting the code on there and getting alive a little better. You know what I mean, on our you know, whatever we want to do, the Lord said do it.
That's right.
His heart is going to be in our mind. You know what I mean?
All right.
Beautiful build tonight with these brothers, man. Beautiful build tonight. Before we close up and everything, man, let's introduce ourselves and everything. And I want to give a testimony of Tony Gunn tonight at the end of it.
Okay. Well, you all know Israel. I'm Captain Jehu. You know, just in this thing with my brothers here, man, and it's a beautiful thing when the brothers get together. So you know, it's just like you know, back in the, you know what I mean, with a family, you got a family, and then everybody goes somewhere, and they all come back. Holiday, a holy day, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
like, hey, man, you know what I mean? The family, you know what I mean? So hey, that's what it is, man. But you know, we the trees, right? I'm Captain Jehu.
I'm Chief Yamea.
I'm General Hezekiah.
And I'm Brother Tony Gunn, man.
I want to say this tonight too, with Brother Tony Gunn, to share testimony with the viewers and everything, show you that the Lord works in mysterious ways, right? He don't do as man do. He don't think as man. His ways are not as man. But I remember when we had a while back, several months ago, about 7-8 months ago, we all met up out there and had camp together, brother. Brother showed up, beautiful build out there, man. We had a wonderful time out there. After that,
for a few hours.
Yeah, he stayed. And after that, this is how General Hezekiah came into this camp and was able to join us, was because of the very brother y'all see here tonight. This brother right here was the one that told him about us. He got on our channel and he linked up with us. The man you looking at tonight is the man of cause that the Lord used for that purpose. So all praise to you, how about Shima Mashiach.
That's right. That's right.
All
right,
praise.
All right.
It's such an honor to be with you, brothers. You know, we are smarter than what the media perceives us to be.
Oh, no doubt.
We are in academia. We are brothers with high degrees, even from the brothers with no degrees. They still are practitioners of this law, and they still pushing out the gospel all throughout the four corners of the earth. And I would like to, thank you guys for just being there for me when I needed it. And even in ways that you wouldn't even expect for you guys to be there for me, y'all have been. And I think it's important, like I was telling Captain Jehu today, I just think it's important that even if I got on here one day a month, that we should just show our unity as Israel, and we should gather ourselves, especially on these feast days.
That's right.
And maybe next time I come through, I'll bring the professor, Dr. Walter Isaac, who is academic. He's an academic rabbi at the University of Tennessee, and maybe we bring him on and we can give him a line of questions, and maybe he can answer some things for us too about the culture.
Oh, that'd be an awesome treat.
Okay.
Looking forward to that. Yeah.
See how the Most High working, man. Hey, we just as vessels. That's all.
That's right.
It's a beautiful thing.
That's right. Beautiful build tonight, brothers. Man, want to thank the viewers and the family for sticking in there with us, watching us. Everyone like, subscribe. Let's get this algorithm out. Let's get this truth and lay it on the earth and cover it like a blanket, man. In the most mighty name of Yahweh Bashim and his precious son, Yahweh Shai, who the world ignorantly called Christ, man. We want to give all glory and honor to him, man, because in these last days, he's waking up the children of Israel. We coming back to our laws, statutes, and commandments, and we understand that we are the people of him. All praises to the Most High, man.
Salaki, King.
Go ahead,
before we close.
Oh, yeah. Go ahead, General.
Oh, General, you got it.
You got it, General?
Yeah.
I got
No, you got it, Cap. You got it, Cap.
That's you.
That's you, Op.
No, you brought it up, you know.
Well, you did bring it up. Go ahead, Cap. Go ahead.
I want to make sure we didn't close without it.
Oh, yeah, we're going to get it. Let's go ahead.
Isaiah. This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 61, and verse number 3. It says, to appoint unto them that mourn in Zion, to give unto them beauty for ashes, the oil of joy for mourning, the garment of praise for the spirit of heaviness, that they might be called trees of righteousness, the planting of the Lord, that he might be glorified.
Shalom.
Shalom, Israel.
All praise, man. That's what I'm talking about. Mighty.
Come. To the next time, Israel.
Till the next time, Israel.
Come.
Shalom.
Shalom.